6th round.
All right. So
wow,
yeah, we got
I'm super excited to see this.
This is a
great.
really interesting matchup here.
Ben Wienburg loves fatties, and Nick Spagnolo also loves fatties.
These two love the fatties.
That's right. Ken Nagel, eat your heart out.
There you go.
So, wow. I'm just like, so he. I guess at the moment I'm checking his checking the pairings from last round just to see where Nick falls on there. So I'm kind of curious. I mean, he's got to be doing well here. I mean, I'm assuming both of these guys are undefeated right now. We'll try to get confirmation on that. Drew Levin looks like he's 2-1 right now. Actually, it looks like there's only 2 undefeated players.
Okay.
Joe Smith. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. This is as of round 5. So only one of those guys is undefeated right now.
Huh.
I mean, I'm looking at the points.
So a lot of one-loss players.
Yeah,
and,
a lot of one-loss players. And a lot of two. I mean, look, here we go. Looking at the top of the list, we have those 2 guys. Why is this?
Okay, so
you know
Ben Wienburg
I could be
preordained.
absolutely wrong because we were missing a page. We're missing page 1. That would, yeah. I was like, why are there?
Yeah, we're missing page 1 of that, so don't listen to us.
Great, never mind.
Anyway, preordained from Ben Wienburg. Passes the turn. Nick Spagnolo looks like he's going to follow up with one of his own.
Interesting, since Spagnolo is one of those guys who talked about the turn 1 preordained being usually not such a good play.
He sees land, keeps them both.
But he probably knows what Ben's playing, so at least that information is more relevant to him, because that was one of his comments about it was, how do you know what you're playing against? If you don't know what you're playing against, how do you know what you want to grab with preordain, right?
But yeah, you're absolutely right.
Unless he was trying to dig to a second land, but I can, definitely see he's got Celestial Colonnade.
Or he kept the 2 lands on top. So Ben plays Misty Rainforest.
Next Magic players in $10 draft number 4. $10 draft number 4. To the event stage, please, where Judge Abe is going to get you started. Again, $10 draft number 4.
You know what's really smart about this with Nick? His opponents are probably just going to assume he's on Darkwing Duck all day.
That's a good point, yeah.
And they're probably going to play around and like prepare for Squadron Hawks, prepare for Stoneforge Mystics, and they're not going to see any of them the whole game.
Yeah.
So anyway, last turn, we missed a turn here.
Yeah, they're playing pretty fast. So Wienburg played a Lotus Cobra, Nick played his Plains and passed the turn. Wienburg just dropped the land, played an Explorer, and now is in with the Lotus Cobra. Nick looking like he may have something he wants to do here, but maybe not. No, maybe he allowed it. Maybe he didn't block, and that's because he is at 18 right now, so he didn't block. I was gonna say I don't think he has anything. Does he have Condemns main deck? No, he's got Doomblades though, so he could have Doombladed it if he wanted. So Wienburg plays his second land of the turn, which is a Misty Rainforest, I believe, and then used his Scalding Tarn, cracked that for a mountain, and now he's cracking a Misty Rainforest for an island.
And that'll add.
He's got enough. Like
he's got at least mana for a
he's got 6
Inferno Titan, yeah. Yep. There it comes.
Inferno Titan. Ben Wienburg clearly does love the fatties. He's proving it. Nick not doing such a good job of proving the back of his sleeves.
Indeed.
All right, so Nick goes with a Preordain and sees wow, is that a Marsh Flats and a Glacial Fortress, I think? Yeah.
Ships both.
I really had trouble seeing what it was.
That was Inquisition, a Kozilek he just drew. It's looking pretty rough for Nicker here.
Yeah, it really is. Unless Wienburg makes the mistake of killing his own Lotus Cobra with that Inferno Titan. I just don't see that happening.
There is no path to exile in the format.
No, he's condemned, but
There is, but he's not running it.
he's got Doomblade, can't play it, can't cast it. I don't even know if it's in his hand, but
He's pumping, so he's taking like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage, I believe.
yeah, the Inferno Titan when it came into play did 3, put Nick to 15. Now he swings, does 3 with just the attack. Now he can do
Another 9,
another, yeah,
because he
6,
can
7,
pump
8.
it. Oh wow!
Yeah, I was going to say he
he's
can pump
fetch.
it further with the
Ooh,
fetch.
wow!
Attention
Okay.
Magic players, will Emmanuel Perez please report
can
to
pump
the
him.
station?
Oh, what?
Emmanuel Perez, please report
Okay.
to
Oh,
the
yeah,
station.
he did hit him for 9, and I think he was ready to play another Titan. That was it. Yeah.
I guess he
Wow,
didn't
that
know.
was-
Does he have a second mountain in his deck? Because he has 2 mountains.
2 mountains. Yeah.
I'm saying he could have.
Also, Magic players, we are now
No, he
taking
couldn't. I'm
sign-ups
dumb.
for the Legacy Challenge.
He had enough. He just needed to get him to
Entry
3
fee
and play
is
either Titan. That was all he
$10,
needed to worry
but
about.
if you play
Right.
today's Standard Open, you'll get a $5 discount, and therefore will be able to play for $5.
I didn't realize he was
Again,
cracking
we are now
that.
taking sign-ups.
Misty
for
Rainforest.
You didn't see the
Legacy
Misty
Challenge.
Rainforest was a little bit off screen.
Yeah, he couldn't.
halfway off.
Yeah, he couldn't search for a mountain there. I was thinking
No,
just
no,
pump
no.
the Titan and
Right.
kill him, but no, he can only did 2. Better to play the other one, seal the deal.
So Wienburg didn't get to see too much of Nick's deck now, assuming he hasn't already found out what Nick is playing.
It looks like Spell Pierce is obviously a good choice here for Ben to side in.
I mean, really, Nature's Claim, is he gonna? That's kind of an interesting
He
card in
didn't
his
see
sideboard.
much. Now the thing is, since he didn't see much, does he wind up?
It's funny. Is he going to bring in Nature's Claim?
Does he board in
expecting-
Does he board in expecting Angry or
Right,
Darkwing
right,
Duck?
Esper Call, right?
Let's get dangerous.
Exactly. So that's what you think. Does he bring in like a Nature's Claim, thinking he just didn't see his stuff?
So now with Nick's sideboard, I'm guessing he brings in. Hey, what's up?
Hey, stepping back in for Joey for a second.
Cool. So we're going to game 2 here. Nick is on Rug and Ben's playing, or I'm sorry, Ben's playing Rug. Nick is playing this neat-looking Esper control list. Now, Ben won that first game pretty quickly. Did these guys know what each other were playing?
I don't think so. Ben might have had. Well, actually, Nick probably knew Ben was playing Rogue because Ben's
Right.
been playing Rogue for a while.
Exactly, but you don't think that he knows what Nick is playing.
Right.
So what we were saying was, do you think that Ben's side's preparing for the Esper Calgo deck, even though he didn't see any, he didn't see any Stoneforges
Yeah, that's
or,
fair. He
or
might-
Suntail Hawks,
You're right. He might wind
Squadron
up.
Hawks,
bringing
Suntail
in-
Hawk.
Yeah.
Listen to me. What the heck am I doing? So yeah, we're thinking like maybe he.
The thing is, like, Acidic Slime's fine in this matchup anyway, and that's like the biggest card
Right.
that he'd be bringing in. It might trick him into bringing in like one Nature's Claim or something like that, but it's not that big a deal probably.
Right.
The plethora of Planeswalkers that Nick has available are probably going to be what he wants to rely on here.
For sure. He had a pretty slow start there in game 1.
He may bring in the Condemns as an additional answer to Titan and Precursor Golem.
That seems fair for sure. Well, Go for the Throat doesn't hit the golems,
No.
but does hit the Inferno Titan.
It's
which,
Lotus Cobra, which actually might
Yeah.
be even more important.
Yeah, it's a good point. So maybe he does bring in
He'll
all
probably
3 of
bring
those
out
spells.
the bombs, maybe. I think the bombs are pretty weak.
Disfigure also could.
Yeah.
Ratchet Bomb probably comes
I
out.
think we bring out the bombs, the Zenith probably. Maybe the End of the Roll. I don't know how he's using End of the Roll. If he's using it alongside Gideon to like blank attacks, that might be a profitable use of that card.
Right. Doesn't do.
It's a nice like catch-all kind of card, so I don't know if he wants to keep it. It may be the sort of card he mains and then just boards out in like every matchup for something better.
Right. Not very good against Inferno Titan.
No, reasonable against Precursor Golem, however.
Sure. Sure. That'll slow him down a bit. The Disfigure could also, maybe the Disfigure comes in for Lotus Cobra also. Perhaps.
I don't really like Elspeth Tyrrell that much. That might sound weird, but I feel like
I don't like Elspeth
Ben-
Tyrrell much in general, personally. Like, I don't know. I've just never been too impressed with the card.
I feel like Ben just has a ton of ways to size her down. Like if I mean, he might be boarding something out, but stuff like Inferno Titan and Lightning Bolt is just going to handle her really
Yeah,
effectively.
for sure.
So
So
it's always hard to figure out because Nick knows how Nick boards. Like he's already thought about how to play against Rug, but we don't know how Nick boards. His deck's
Right. Well, it looks like Nick's taking a mulligan here. Ben seems satisfied with his 7.
Nick's like shuffling my deck.
The camera cut to me to watch me shuffle.
Now I wonder, like I don't know how much. I wasn't here for the first game. I don't know exactly how much Ben saw, but Nick could, use the little table talk to lead him farther down the
Yeah.
Esper Cargo kind
Ben
of path.
saw,
Like,
I mean, practically nothing
like lands,
that would
basically.
suggest otherwise. Yeah.
That looks like a reasonable keep. Lands, Mana Leak, Wrath, Jace Balerion, I believe.
Doesn't seem that
Yep.
bad. Yeah, he's running a full 7 copies of Jace.
Nick does not like to lose a Jace war.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I know this kid. He likes to be the one with Jace.
Apparently so.
It's interesting you led the Colonnade here instead of a land for a Mana Leak on a potential Lotus Cobra.
Huh.
And there's the Lotus Cobra.
And
Oh, he's
uses
disfigured.
Yeah,
That's what he had.
he did board it in.
That was what I thought. I think that was what I saw as Mana Leak.
Nice one of.
Yep.
Pretty sweet. We got Jace here. And he's going to draw a card off of it. He doesn't want them both to draw. He doesn't want to give
And
Ben
he did
more
bring in the
yes.
Condemns.
Yeah, sure did.
I think his plan's really just like, if I'm alive, I should be winning. So, if he can just get to that point in the game.
Right.
And that's fair with all of his Planeswalkers. If he can just handle his opponent's creatures and just let those guys go to town, he'll win a lot like the old Super Friends decks used to win.
Mm-hmm. This is like the new Super Friends list, basically.
Yeah. What shall I do with all of my cards, Nick wonders. Ben's about to probably explore. Yeah. I don't see anything else. Yeah. Explore. Now, if he hits another fetch land, he can play Jace to trade, but I don't believe he did.
Looks like he's just got a Raging Ravine there.
Yeah.
The basic mountain.
And
Bolt.
he could bolt, but he's choosing not to. Actually, he may be thinking about it right now. I'm pretty sure I would bolt here. Yeah, they're arguing about the trigger. Ben's declaring trigger thing. Oh, he does have a fetch line, so that's obviously he wanted to bolt this Jace.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a Mind Sculptor there.
Standard operating procedure for Mr. Spagnolo. Nick drew a Mind Sculptor, I believe
Yeah.
you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he could play it, but he'd immediately lose it to a Raging Ravine.
Yeah.
So... No problem.
I didn't realize that you were
Well, I'm going to leave this interesting game and let Joey get back to it.
Sounds good.
Thanks again, Glenn. All right, I'm back. So what's the deal here? Like, what have we discovered since I've
Ben has played a Scalding Tarn. He's using it to activate Raging Ravine, and he's coming in for 6.
What did you say about it being a new Super Friends, if I can talk?
I'm saying this deck here.
Right, Nick's deck.
Right.
Why is it the new Super Friends?
He's running
because
10
got-
Planeswalkers.
Well, yeah, but really only 3 that can be around at the same time.
True.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, that was what the old Super Friends was. There's Condemn,
Yep. Condemn
which
comes down on
has
the...
2 in his sideboard, so condemns away that Raging Ravine.
Mm-hmm.
This game is looking a lot more stable, I'll say, for Nick.
Yeah. He had a turn 2 his one of this
I
figure from
heard
his
you say something
sideboard.
about that. Yeah, on what?
Lotus Cobra.
Awesome. Okay. So there's a Jace.
There comes the Mind Sculptor. Now that he dealt with the first Raging Ravine, but I guess at this point, he's not too concerned with losing it. He just needed to brainstorm. He's at least representing his second Condemn.
Bolt for Jace.
Jace meets another lightning bolt. First one got bolted too.
Okay.
And he drops his own Jace.
And plays his own Jace. So now I don't know what's in Nick's. Oh, there's a Beller in Nick's
Yep.
hand. So that'll be a nice
It
way
looks
to
like a Gideon in a day.
reasonable way to get rid of that Jace if he wants to preserve mana and
Fate Seals himself.
oh wow, okay. Yeah, so that Bellerin is really good way to, like I said, it's a good way to get rid of Jace, but it's not really gonna, it doesn't really, he doesn't have like mana leak in his hand. He can bluff mana leak or he can draw a mana leak.
Right.
He could also just play Gideon and kill the Lotus Cobra, but that leaves Jace on the table, and Gideon probably open to a Raging Ravine.
Yeah.
You know, Raging Ravines. That Raging Ravine is not has not attacked yet, right? So okay, so he does go with the Jace.
Right.
Oh, and he drew a Go for the Throat.
Oh, that could be very good. Oh wow, it looks like he just drew an Inferno Titan. If he didn't, if that was the card he drew.
There it is.
Titan.
Says, do you want to mana leak it? No. I don't want to use my mana leak.
Well,
I'm surprised he didn't go for the Throat there at the end of the turn.
oh, because he was just in a day the whole thing.
Oh, that's a good call. Makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, he couldn't
Saves the
go
Go
for the throat that turn. So
Yeah.
now he's got Gideon. Gideon go for the throat. Oh, that's Elspeth.
Elspeth, nice. So you thought it was Gideon?
I think, unless he's got another card in hand that I didn't see.
Right. I love Elspeth.
Pokemon tokens.
Now I wonder if he has those from playing Pokemon or he just grabbed them. Or you think he had them because he played?
I hope he had him because he played. He actually just switched one out for a different one.
It's like, I want
Okay, he
this
used to
one.
play.
He definitely used to play. I'd rather play this. So.
Okay, he has two cards in hand, so he actually probably still has the Gideon. Actually, probably.
So one of those is Go for the Throat.
Go
right?
for the throat is present. I mean, an Inferno Titan right now would be pretty good.
That would have to be Ben's second, but he does have 4, at least in his main deck.
Ben's checking his sideboard to see what he boarded out.
Yeah. Alright, so it looks like Ben's got Jace and a Mountain. Yeah, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Mountain. And he cracks a Scalding Tarn.
Attention players in Commander number 5. Commander number 5 to the side events area, please. Excuse me, to the event stage. Again, players in Commander number 5 to the event stage, please.
We've got,
Jace will likely Fate Seal himself.
seems like a good plan because otherwise he's just dead to 3 soldiers.
Right. I mean, you could always, you know. No, he's going to
No, he
brainstorm.
brainstorms. He
All
just
right,
wants
I
to
guess-
brainstorm.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. No, and is that an Inferno Titan?
Yes,
Bolt?
it
I think
is.
I saw Inferno
Inferno
Titan.
Titan,
Preordained
Scalding
Tarn?
Tarn.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yep.
Okay. That's kind of the strange top 3 cards of his graveyard too. That's kind of weird that the top 3 cards of his deck were the same as the top 3 cards of his graveyard.
It's really weird.
I mean, isn't that what it is?
'Cause that's,
Is he still in a mid brainstorm here? I mean, I didn't see him put anything back. We've got confirmation that Nick has Wigglytuff and Clefairy on board, but we don't know what the middle one is. That's from Twitter. Alright, so And he does have a Scalding Tarn on the board to cycle the top of his deck. Alright, so Nick looking like he's figuring out his mana situation here. Okay, it's Gyarados. We are not Pokemon players, so we have no idea.
I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh for a little while.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Gyarados, yeah, no. Gyarados, yeah, weird names. I'm not gonna keep repeating them now. All right, so looks like that Jace just took some damage. What did Nick use Elspeth to do? Gain
Elspeth
some
is
life.
still there.
No, what did he? Yeah, but she's under the open series.
Must have used it to gain some life.
Right. Gyarados. Sorry, that's the last time I say a Pokemon card name today.
We actually have two different people pronouncing it two different ways.
Yeah, that's true, we do. But, oh well, no, not important. There's the Inferno Titan. Inferno Titan comes down.
Kill the
team. Takes out the Elspeth tokens, the soldiers, but you know, Elspeth herself is still around. Now we do know that Nick has a Go for the Throat in his hand. So, and he's got the mana open for it at EOT, which I would assume that's what he's going to do. We don't know. Is that Gideon? Can you tell? He just tilted his hand up, but it wasn't enough. It did look like it could have been Gideon. Definitely, it's the card. He's got Go for the Throat in his hand and something else that looks like Gideon. There it is.
EOT, Go for the Throat.
Right. Seems like, yeah, that looks like Gideon. Yeah.
That's
it's either that or Savannah Lions. So.
I don't think it's Savannah Lions.
I don't think it's Savannah Lions either. All right, so there's Gideon. White Planeswalkers unite. The only good ones in Standard right now.
Although
I've heard Goldmane's making some rumblings.
At least with my buddy Mark.
But yeah,
my roommate definitely got beat down by Avatar token at game day.
That's hilarious. So Elspeth makes some guys. Gideon looks like he +2'd Gideon. I would assume it's about the only thing you can do with Gideon when there's no creatures to kill on the turn you drop him. So Acidic Slime comes down. What will Acidic Slime?
Probably the Colonnon.
Yeah, that seems like
the only.
Right there, I think he's also got a Creeping Tar Pit. Yeah, I was gonna say, so he could have chosen that, but he did go with the Colonnade. And this is the Elspeth. I love the way that Elspeth plays out, where you go, make 3 guys, gain some life, make 3 guys, gain some life, make 3 guys, gain some back and forth. Like it's a fun little game.
Sure. I'm not a big fan of the card, honestly, but that's just me.
So there he goes with the gain some life part of Elspeth. Looks like he's trying to figure out what he wants to, how he wants to attack here. He did activate the Creeping Tar Pit. So he leaves back a soldier. Attacks with a Tar Pit, a soldier, and another soldier, which gets blocked by Acidic Slime. So he's in for 4. Gideon, I believe, +2'd.
Yep, he's fighting back a little bit here.
Why is Gideon tapped? Did he not +2? Did he attack? I'm surprised.
I guess he did, yeah.
If he attacked, yeah, he did attack.
Yep.
I can't see him under the Open Series thing. I thought he didn't attack, yeah. Am I missing a reason why Wienburg wouldn't have taken out that Gideon? Oh, damage is reduced to 0. That's why the Death Touch wouldn't have occurred, wouldn't have happened.
Right, exactly.
By the way, Nick has 1 loss. So I believe so does Ben.
Okay.
I saw him tweet it.
Oh.
I forget what he said he lost to, but he does have 1 loss. He said he was 4-1. this I love the looks of his deck, by the way. Like, I mean,
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
I guess I just love to see new decks, especially
Of
when
course.
they're playing all these cards that I love to play, right?
Of course.
I mean,
we all play. We all love to play.
yeah.
Yeah, and Nick takes game 2, so
Yeah.
we're gonna
To go to game 3, it's pretty
Yep.
awesome.
2 pretty quick games.
So for those of you who just tuned in, like Gabe Lanciano on Twitter, I'm Joey Pasco here with Big Head Joe. We're live in Memphis, Tennessee, covering the StarCityGames.com Open Series. This is day 1. We're doing standard here. We're in round 6, watching Ben Wienburg play Nick Spagnolo. These guys are titans of the Star City Games Open Series.
They're going above and beyond the call of duty here.
So they're going to game 3. And here in round 6, Wienburg on rug, which is not such a shock coming from, we've seen him play this list plenty of times before and do well with it.
Right.
Nick is playing blue spells, blue control. Now that's not such a crazy stretch of the imagination there, except when you actually take a look at Spagnolo's list. He is playing what is essentially the new Super Friends. Is that your name for it? Is that pretty much what you called
That's
it?
what I said, yeah.
He's playing, his only creatures are Grave Titan and Sun Titan. There are no Squadron Hawks, there are no Stoneforge Mystics, no swords. But he's got 7 Jaces in the deck.
So awesome.
4 Mind Sculptors and 3 Jace Bellerins. He's got 2 Gideon Jura and 1 Elspeth Durrell. Gideon and Elspeth just teamed up to take down game 2. So they're going to game 3, and it's just great to see another innovative control list from Nick Spagnolo, who is actually probably more well known for his, at least a couple months ago, for his blue-black control list with like Trinket Mages and Elixir of Immortality.
Did it run Brittle Effigy?
It ran Brittle Effigy and an Everflowing Chalice.
Mother Loving Cup.
Mother Loving
You
Cup,
almost
right.
said it.
So, but yeah, I mean, this is basically, like, he was known for the pre-Worlds version of blue-black control. Worlds came along, and an entirely new version of blue-black control, basically centered around Grave Titan, was what took center stage there, and we saw the Guillaumes facing off in the finals, Guillaume Mattignon playing against Guillaume Wafotapa there, so, here we go, Nick saying, Grave Titan's still good, Sun Titan's good even when you don't have swords,
Yeah.
or Tectonic Edges. And Planeswalkers are also good.
Yeah, it seems really interesting that he's running Sun Titan, and he doesn't have that many targets for it.
Right,
he only has the
get,
Black Sun Zeniths.
He's got Ratchet Bomb. Well, Black Sun
I'm sorry,
Zenith.
I meant Ratchet Bomb. I was looking right at Ratchet Bomb and said Black Sun Zenith. Ratchet Bomb, obviously his lands, he doesn't
It's really like
he has some fetches. Well, yeah, but Jace is obviously a good choice.
yeah, Jace Bellerin's probably the best thing to get back if it's not. Really, he's got Bellerin.
But it looks like that's
Ratchet
pretty
Bomb,
much what
and
he's
that's it.
using it for, is for those 2 cards.
All right, and that's good.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I am loving it.
Do you get Are you sponsored? Like, do you have like a side sponsor here?
What do you mean?
Like every time you say I'm loving it, do you get like money from McDonald's?
No, I didn't.
Abe to the judges stand. Abe to the judges stand.
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
What's up?
He was saying he's gonna do like a write up on it.
We're gonna see if we can get Nick in here after this match, just to talk to him for a few minutes.
Great.
So,
Standard win box number 3. Standard win box number 3.
For the record, we can't ever hear what the players are saying on the match. Like, you can
Right.
see it on the video. Like, when you actually go back and watch these, we can hear what they're saying then.
Yeah.
But we never hear.
right, we don't actually have the player audio.
We don't have any of that. So,
Wow, Nick getting
We
very
get-
animated there.
yeah, we have like some fun times trying to guess what they are miming.
I don't ever try to guess. But it looks like they're clearly having a good time.
Do you want to fill in what
right?
they're saying, like right now?
No, let's not do that. That's just.
All right.
Oh, you're just doing it anyway. Stop it.
You know it.
So what do you think? Do you think Gideon's going to be reprinted based on? We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Wallpaper of the week has Gideon in it, and it's like kind of an implication of what's going to be possibly in Magic 2012.
Yeah. Why would they put?
No, I know. I agree.
Like why would they not put like their iconic planes? You know what I mean? Because like they were pumping the heck out of all the planeswalkers. You know, for M11. It was like, we've got these spells with the Planeswalkers' names and all this stuff, and they were really pushing the Planeswalkers as iconic characters in the game. Like, why would they do all that work and then put a picture of Gideon for M12 and then print a Johnny Goldmane?
I don't know. Do you remember back in, I want to say it was Shards of Alara, Shards Block for sure, where Master Transmuter was the art for Master Transmuter was used to advertise the set, and there was nothing in the set with that artwork. It was used to advertise Shards of Alara.
Well, that's
cards.
different.
And
that's a block.
everybody saw it. Right, and at least it was printed eventually. I'm just saying, there's been times when we've been punked. You know, like when we've
well, that's
been like,
different though. Master Transmuter isn't a character in the game. You know?
No, it's not. I'm just trying to say, like, it was a weird situation where they were like showing this artwork, and everybody was like, "Wow, that's really good artwork," and then you never saw it, and it was like, "What card is this from?" And then we did see it eventually. That was good. But
sure.
Anyway, just.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, a character like Gideon or Sorin is a different beast.
Yeah,
I'm
not really disagreeing with you. I'm just trying to kind of be devil's advocate, right?
Yeah,
I
sure,
guess. So,
sure. That you are.
I was thinking earlier. I mean, strangely, now obviously Jace is in that picture too, so we know some version of Jace. If we're going to assume that we're correct in saying these are going to be the Planeswalkers in M12.
Right.
We know one version of Jace is going to be there. Whether it's a new version of Jace, probably very unlikely. Jace the Mind Sculptor, also probably unlikely. But maybe not as unlikely.
Okay, so Ben's taking several mulligans here.
At the same time?
No. Just one at a time.
Okay.
But
seems like a good plan.
He has taken a few mulligans.
Okay. Well, game 3
it almost looked like he was at 5 cards before.
Wow. So I guess we'll get to see how far he mulliganed down. There's Ricky Hayashi there, the judge on the scene. But, okay, so if we're going to assume that these are the Planeswalkers in M12, so we can see that there is going to be a version of Sorin, there's going to be a version of Jace, a version of Chandra, a version of Garrick, and a version of Gideon. You're going to assume that they're all going to be reprints.
Right.
That's the first assumption that I think a lot of people can probably agree on, because so far they've never printed a new Planeswalker in M12, in a core set.
Right.
Not to say that couldn't happen, but so we're going to assume, okay, that they're reprints. So then obviously Sorin, Gideon, they only have one version. Chandra, is it going to be Nalar?
It's going to be Nalar.
Because even they were talking on Twitter how they
even
thought
Aaron
that
Forsyth, I think, was
talking
saying
about Chandra Ablaze being a miss.
Right.
Oh, he did mulligan to 4.
He's down to
wow.
4.
And he says turn on Preordain.
He's got an Explorer and a Lotus Cobra in his hand.
So we're going to continue this discussion
we'll
after the match. But Beard's on fire, yeah, exactly.
No, it's not. It's fine. Nick plays a Marsh Flats and passes the turn. Ben follows up with a Misty Rainforest and gets that Cobra down. So,
wow.
So he seems to be doing okay.
Right. It doesn't look like he mulliganed to 4.
Not really.
Beard's on fire has it right. I'm going to talk about the possibility of Jace the Mind Sculptor being reprinted. We're just going to discuss it. I'm not saying it's.
Sure.
I'm not saying it's possible. I'm not saying I think it's likely. I'm saying we're going to talk about that after this match. Probably after Nick joins us in the booth, we're going to try to get him over here. So there's a full art Doomblade, which is pretty terrible art, to be honest, for the Lotus Cobra.
Some people really like it.
Interesting.
I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, it's kind of old school in a way, like the artwork.
And that's not a problem. I just don't like the actual picture, like what was drawn, not the style or anything like
sure.
that. So. Yeah, I was gonna say it's Carl Critchlow is the artist, and he's an old school artist. He's been around for a while, but I don't like the actual art. So.
Okay, so Ben explores into his 4th land.
Yeah.
So he's not doing too bad.
But he's only got 1 card left in hand. There's Jace Bellerin. Jace Bellerin's a good card. He's gonna. I guess he's gonna protect it.
Okay, so Ben Preordains again.
Certainly found the right cards to dig him out of that mulligan and make a game of it.
Yeah, for sure. It's a big help. Ships one, takes the other one, takes another. Looks like another Raging Ravine. Yep, sure does.
And a Lotus Cobra, a second one.
Another Cobra comes down.
Too bad. So far.
Both drawing again. Or no?
No, you just drew.
Okay, sorry. Ben went for his deck. Not so fast, Ben.
Yeah. So it looks like Nick's hand. It's tough to see. I see Dark Slick Shores.
I believe he has a Temple Bell.
Probably, he kind of, he has that Jace. Which, okay, so he says, I want to know what's in your hand there, Ben. Oh, he's like, I'll spell pierce it. He's like, fine. That is kind of funny, yeah. Like, I'll pay the 2. Wait. No, I won't.
Nick should try to deck him with Jace here.
Yeah. I don't know that that's a good plan.
I never said it was a good plan. I'm saying that's what he should do.
Yeah, should if he wants to do something funny?
Yeah, if he wants to be funny.
Attention players in Commander number 6.
Like one set.
Please report to the judge station. We're about to get started. Once again, players signed up for Commander number 6. Please report to the judge station.
In with the Lotus Cobra, yeah, at Jace. Alright, chill. Nick has Swamp, Day of Judgment, I believe a second Beller, and there's he just drew a pre-ordain.
Yep.
Maybe no second Bellerin. I don't know. I thought I saw one, but I see preordained a lot of lands.
He's got a pretty full grip.
Yeah, he does.
Compared to Ben.
Yeah, he's. Oh, that's.
It's a Grave Titan it's a Grave Titan and an Elspeth.
Right.
Keeps them both naturally. Yeah. Grabs the Elspeth.
Right. He's like, what line do I want to play? So, Day of Judgment. He's like, I'm just getting rid of your Lotus Cobra with a Day of Judgment. I'm not letting you get back into this game when you like crack a fetch. And it goes to Nataleeks.
That's one way to do it.
In at Jace, kills Jace. Okay. And that Jace did his job. Oh wow, good timing on another Jace.
Bad,
wow.
Ben.
Ben really digging out of the.
Mike Wisner. Mike Wisner, if you are in the room, please report to the event stage.
Mike Wisner, thanks for screwing up this awesome match here.
So, what was that? 5.
Mono's Hand of Fate.
So, all right, so we know that Nick's got Grave Titan.
And here come 2 Pokemon to assist the zombie giant.
Brainstorm with Jace. I mean, that Jace is going to be around long. Might as well get as much value out of it as you can.
Ben has really done a good job of digging himself back into this game here.
It's pretty unbelievable. Like, he pretty much mulliganed and had a preordain and an island, I think.
He's got an Inferno Titan in hand. Or at least off the brainstorm.
He's got Precursor Golem, Inferno Titan, and Fetch Land. Never mind about the Jace being not long for the board, because it looks like he's going to be able to do something to prevent that.
No, Spagnolo does have another Doomblade. So,
in his deck or in his hand?
In his deck.
Okay, I was gonna say I didn't see it in his hand, but all right. So
Inferno Titan.
Inferno Titan coming down. Do you have the Force of Will? Pact of Negation. No. Okay. So he just looks like he killed a zombie and probably did one to Nick.
Yep.
All right, Nick. I think he has a creeping tar pit.
Yup.
Off the top, but not necessarily incredible. You can take out the Jace eventually. Stop thinking, how could he have possibly dug out of his mulligan, and figure out how you... I mean, that's what I'd be sitting there going, how do I can't believe he just dug out of that mulligan, you know? But okay, so he's in with a zombie and a zombie titan, or not necessarily, it's not a zombie titan, is it?
Zombie giant.
Zombie giant, that's right. Is it a zombie?
Yeah, it's a zombie.
Why did I think it wasn't a zombie? I don't know why.
Dude, I play Balfour.
Just a giant.
Oh, it's not a giant. It's
I
not a
told
zombie.
you. That's why I thought it was a
Oh.
zombie. Yeah, I know it doesn't make any flavor sense, you know, but it's just a titan.
The Titan from the grave.
But apparently not a zombie. Okay, so Lotus Cobra blocks the zombie, and the Titan blocks the other Titan. All right, so that's a heck of a trade there.
Yeah.
At least the exchange leaves Nick with up two zombies, and at least got rid of a an Inferno Titan and a Lotus Cobra.
True.
And he lost one life. So basically, it seems like Nick is better off in that particular exchange. What is it with the word particular that I can't pronounce it today?
Particular.
I'm particular. So did he play? He did play the tar pit. Good. I was gonna say, seems like a good time to play the tar pit so he can get in and take that Jace out.
Yeah.
Unless Wienburg, of course, fate seals or
Which he is
scries.
want to do.
Right, but he's gonna lose the Jace, I think, to the zombies and the tar pit. It's just a matter of how much.
He does have the precursor golem
Right.
that he could drop down.
Yeah. How many cards in Nick's hand, I wonder? I know he's got the Elspeth.
It looks like a
couple.
pretty full grip.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's still.
He's been maintaining a pretty full grip.
I believe he has several lands though. So, okay, so we know he has Marsh Flats. We know he has Elspeth. That's about the only cards I know he has in his hand.
Okay, so Ben did brainstorm again. Plays a Misty Rainforest and drops his precursor golem.
Does it resolve? It does.
Yes, indeed.
Do you have any Pokemon tokens I could use? No, I do not. You use those Chandra Blaze sleeves instead.
Okay, now 5 cards in Nick's hand right now.
Wow. That's quite a grip. Although I do see, I believe, Dark Slick Shores, Marsh Flats, Creeping Tar Pit, Elspeth. So he takes out the Jace. Leaves himself open, 3 mana open. But I don't know that he has anything to interact right now.
I don't think so.
Doomblade would be very nice right now, but Nick doesn't even have really anything to dig to it with. I think he would have preordained if he had it available. Just to dig a little further into his deck.
Looks like
They keep looking at the graveyards like...
Ben just got up.
Oh, did he? Maybe he just had to take a break. Do we know what's happening, Rashad? Did Ben take a break? Okay. Maybe he just had to use the facilities. Gives Nick a little bit of time to think about his turn. He's back. Just needed a stretch. Okay, well, whatever it was. Ben is activating a Raging Ravine.
I mean, since we know what's in Nick's hand, it doesn't seem like he's in too good of a position this game. He's holding back those two holding back the 2 golem tokens.
Yeah. And the zombies combined to take out that Raging Ravine, which seemed like a decent play. So now he's going to Inquisition play Inquisition of Kozilek on Ben. Ben does have a mana leak in hand and something else which it looks like he's going to try to mana leak it. What is he protecting? Because
I don't think
couldn't
he's
see it.
protecting anything. I just think he's doing this because he's ahead, maybe to draw out some like a counter from Nick or something,
Right.
or force him to pay. There you go. That keeps him from casting any spells. And now he probably shows him an Inferno Titan. Preordain. Okay.
Preordain, okay.
Aware.
Not that impressive, but there's Day of Judgment.
Okay,
That'll,
so Day will
that's a
take him
nice
down.
little top deck there.
He still has another Rager Ravine out though, so he can pretty much beat him with the Ravine at this point.
Fling it around a little bit.
Does a little Michael Jackson dance there.
Yeah, moonwalk. So both players playing fast. I think they're getting close to time. That's
I see.
why. So here comes Elspeth. Good plan. Nice blocker for that Ravine. Nice,
Almost knocked his deck over there.
Yeah. And he's going to probably start beating in with tar pits.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Give Ben,
That Day of Judgment was pretty sweet for Nick.
it was about the best thing he could have had right there.
Yeah.
I mean, barring like a Doomblade, but
Even Gideon wouldn't have been as good.
yeah,
Yeah, Doomblade would have been good too, obviously, but Day got the job done. Now a Doomblade would just about seal it for Nick.
yeah. So he's just using the Elspeth to create chump blockers. I think that seems good. I think all right, he's got to do some math here because those tar pits, he can make a turn now. Yeah, he's got to swing in with both tar pits to get this done quick. So is he going to swing in with all? Yeah, I was going to say he should probably leave back something. Is he going to gain some? Did he gain some life from Elspeth? I didn't see him activate, or he may have. I think he did because I didn't see his life total. I think that was it. Yeah. So it looks like or Nick. Nick just was in such a commanding position there. So there we go. Nick Spagnolo takes down Ben Wienburg in round 6 here. Wow.
Looked
Yeah,
pretty
he
slow
did
to start.
gain life. I was going to say I
Yeah.
didn't think he was at 15 a minute ago, but I forgot.